the 2nd of May, the year 2015, we welcome with humble duty the second born of the Royal Highnesses, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge.
Princess Charlotte stunned the entire country with a powerful speech that left everyone in awe. At such a young age, she spoke with incredible confidence and grace, capturing the hearts of everyone listening. Her words resonated deeply, earning her a standing ovation and proving that she's a force to be reckoned with. This unforgettable moment has shown the world that Princess Charlotte is destined for greatness in the royal spotlight. Princess Charlotte's remarkable bilingualism. Princess Charlotte, the 9-year-old daughter of Prince William and Princess Catherine, is already demonstrating qualities that set her apart as a future leader. At such a young age, she has achieved a milestone that has impressed many. She is fluent in 2 languages. In addition to speaking English, her native tongue, Charlotte has mastered Spanish, a skill she began developing at an exceptionally young age. The inspiration behind her interest in Spanish comes from an unexpected yet relatable figure, her nanny, Maria Teresa Turrión Baralo. Maria, who hails from Spain, brought her native language into Charlotte's daily life, creating an immersive and nurturing environment for the young princess to learn. Unlike many children who first encounter a second language in school, Charlotte benefited from a natural introduction to Spanish at home. This early exposure is something that resonates with families worldwide, regardless of their background or status. While Charlotte's bilingualism is a charming accomplishment in its own right, it also holds deeper significance. As a member of the British royal family and potentially a future representative of the monarchy, her ability to speak multiple languages positions her to connect more effectively with international audiences. Spanish, one of the most widely spoken languages in the world, plays an important role in fostering cultural ties. Its historical link to the United Kingdom further enhances its relevance. By mastering this language early on, Charlotte is already demonstrating the potential to bridge cultural divides and strengthen global relationships. Language, after all, is more than just a tool for communication. It is a bridge to understanding and connection. For Charlotte, her early fluency in Spanish is not just a developmental milestone, it reflects careful preparation for her future. As a royal, she will be called upon to balance centuries-old traditions with the demands of a modern, globalized world. Flexibility, cultural sensitivity, and the ability to engage with diverse audiences will be crucial. Learning Spanish is just one part of the comprehensive training she is receiving to prepare for these responsibilities. Her linguistic abilities also align with the efforts of her parents, Prince William and Princess Catherine, to ensure their children grow up well-rounded. William and Kate have fostered a home environment that values cultural exposure and education. Their efforts mirror the experiences of many parents worldwide who prioritize early language learning for their children. By doing so, they not only equip their children with practical skills, but also open the door to new perspectives and opportunities. Princess Charlotte's bilingualism is particularly significant in the context of the monarchy's evolving role in the 21st century. As public expectations shift, the royal family faces the challenge of staying relevant in a rapidly changing world. Charlotte's ability to speak Spanish is a small yet powerful symbol of how the monarchy is adapting to these changes. It signals a more modern, forward-thinking approach, where cultural competence and international engagement are valued. Looking ahead, Charlotte's bilingual skills are just the beginning. She will eventually be expected to develop a wide range of abilities, from public speaking and diplomacy to a deep understanding of global issues. Early language acquisition provides a strong foundation for these future responsibilities, helping her become a thoughtful and effective representative of the monarchy. At the same time, Charlotte's story serves as a reminder that, despite their unique circumstances, the Wales family shares common ground with families everywhere. Many parents recognize the value of introducing their children to additional languages early in life. Charlotte's journey reflects the universal experience of how language learning can shape a person's character and future. Ultimately, Princess Charlotte's bilingualism is a testament to the careful planning and modern approach of her upbringing. It offers a glimpse into the kind of leader she may one day become: thoughtful, capable, and deeply connected to the world. In an era where the monarchy must strike a delicate balance between tradition and modernization, Charlotte's achievements represent hope for a future that honors the past while embracing the present. Princess Charlotte's commitment to helping others. Another interesting thing about Princess Charlotte's upbringing is her strong desire to help others, especially through nonprofit work. In honor of the Queen's Diamond Jubilee, Charlotte and her brother George joined the rest of the royal family on the balcony of Buckingham Palace to end the party. Another time she showed how much she cares about helping people was when she went to the Baby Bank family charity in Maidenhead, England. Charlotte, Prince George, and Prince Louis took part in a Christmas project put together by the Royal Foundation Center for Early Childhood with their mother, Kate Middleton. Charlotte was excited to help and sorted gifts with a smile on her face while wearing a fun red sweater and a denim skirt. At a very sweet moment, she showed off a tiny white onesie with a red pattern and said that it was Welsh. She was clearly having fun with what she was doing. During their stay, the kids were given a meaningful task: picking out gifts for other kids their own age. A worker said that during the Christmas season, 1,500 gift bags would be given to families who need them. Charlotte and her boys chose gifts with care, showing that even little kids can make a big difference in other people's lives. Now that it's the holidays, why is helping so important? This question was answered by what the Princess of Wales did and said during the meeting. Kate talked about how good it feels to care about other people and emphasized how important it is for families to give back together. Charlotte's kind act of putting her arm around her brother George while they worked together showed how the Wales family sets a good example by showing their children how to be kind and helpful. This past week, she and her brothers dressed in navy and burgundy to match so that they could go to their parents' annual Together at Christmas Carol show. These public performances aren't just for fun. They show that the family is committed to making their community happier and stronger. Princess Charlotte is already making a difference with these actions, showing that even at a young age, one can make a real difference in other people's lives. Giving love and care to people who need it most is the best way to enjoy the holidays. She cares about other people, but she also shows love for her family. During the royal concert at Windsor Castle, one day after King Charles III was crowned, Princess Charlotte showed her full support for her father, Prince William. Even though Prince Louis, the youngest, wasn't there, Charlotte and her bigger brother, Prince George, stole the show with funny and relatable moments all night. At the show, famous artists like Lionel Richie, Katy Perry, and Take That performed, but Prince William's speech honoring King Charles was one of the most moving parts. The Prince of Wales talked about how dedicated his father was all his life, including the important work he did through the Prince's Trust. Everyone in Charlotte's family was proud, but she might have been the most proud. Charlotte was so excited when her dad walked out on stage that it was hard to miss. She tapped George on the arm, smiled, and pointed excitedly at their dad. Jackie Press, a lip reader, says Charlotte yelled with joy, "Look, there's Papa!" It brought back sweet memories of how much Charlotte loves and respects her dad and is proud of all he has done. Charlotte didn't just sit there and watch, she joined in with the party atmosphere. She was seen singing along to Katy Perry's Roar, a song about having faith and sticking with something even when it gets hard. Charlotte even did the dab move, which is when you lean forward with one arm bent and the other spread. This made her mother, Kate Middleton, and the crowd laugh. These small actions may not seem like much, but they say a lot about how close Charlotte is to her dad. As she cheered him on at a big event, Charlotte showed that she loved and supported her family even when she was young. These kinds of events tell us that royal titles are based on strong family ties that are at the heart of their public duties. The Princess Charlotte is already showing that she is one of her dad's biggest fans with her happy personality and true love. Does this make sense as to why she is the richest royal granddaughter? Watch on to find out. In addition to her beauty, Princess Charlotte is known all over the world for having a huge impact, which began just hours after she was born. That's what we've been waiting all day. The baby's name will be Her Royal Highness Princess Charlotte of Cambridge. Of course, the child was born on Saturday at 8:34 a.m. We went to see the happy grandparents yesterday. Charlotte is second in line to become queen after her bigger brother, Prince George. However, she is already a strong person inside and outside the royal family. King Charles III's grandkids had the most money. Princess Charlotte, who is only 8 years old, had more money than both her older brother Prince George and her younger brother Prince Louis. An amazing £3.6 billion is how much Electric Ride-On Cars thinks her net worth is. Charlotte still ranks higher than George, even though this number has gone down a little since 2021. This is because of what experts call the Kate Middleton effect. This event is about how the dress choices of the royal family have a huge effect on global trends. Charlotte got this power from her mother. From the moment that Princess Charlotte was presented to the world, it was impossible to deny the impact that she had on the fashion industry. The website of the company G.H. Hurt & Sons, which is situated in the United Kingdom, was inundated with 100,000 visits from 183 different countries within minutes of her first public appearance, which she wore while draped in a shawl that cost £68. A deluge of orders came in from all over the world, including the United States of America, Australia, and Canada. Her influence is not only instantaneous, but also long-lasting, as evidenced by the fact that the ripples of this Princess Charlotte effect continue to spread across the entire world. Nevertheless, how did a young child become a fashion icon? The correct response is Catherine, who is Charlotte's mother. She has become a global role model for parents as a result of the cautious fashion choices she has made. Each and every one of Charlotte's outfits, whether they are pastel cardigans or Spanish floral dresses, the retailers are completely obsessed with them. Brands such as M&H and Peppa & Company have reported a surge in sales and an increase in attention all across the world ever since Charlotte was seen wearing their products. Because of the exposure, smaller, more specialized brands have been able to penetrate international marketplaces, which has changed the game for them. A great number of individuals have been captivated by the apparel that Princess Charlotte wears. In addition to her royal title, it is a symbol of a greater cultural trend throughout the world. The timeless and age-appropriate flair that Charlotte possesses is invigorating. At a time when gaudy, stylish mini-me ensembles are the norm, her dress, which is inspired by Spanish culture and stresses high-quality fabrics and traditional designs over trends, possesses a timeless elegance that many parents find admirable. Despite Kate's rigorous curation of Charlotte's public appearances, which included dressing her in identical ensembles to lessen the frenetic atmosphere, the demand for Charlotte's appearances was unquenchable. This was achieved by dressing Charlotte in similar ensembles. Several stores have noticed an increase in the number of customers searching for cardigans, floral dresses, and pink booties as a direct result of Charlotte's photographs. 1 in every 5 parents, according to the results of a survey, considers her to be a fashion icon for their children. Charlotte's role in the royal family's future. Prince George is meant to be king, but Charlotte's path is just as interesting. Charlotte could become Princess Royal when Prince William takes the throne. Princess Anne currently holds this prestigious title. A title like that would make her place in the royal family even more unique. So what is it about Princess Charlotte that makes her impact so great? Not just her royal title or wealth, but also her ability to make people all over the world admire her at such a young age. She has an effect that goes beyond her years, from changing fashion styles to making economies stronger. This makes me wonder if a child can really change businesses and cultural norms. There is proof that Princess Charlotte is the richest child in the world. The princess is worth more than all of the Kardashians put together. She is not only the richest child in the world, but she has also already shown that she is an important person in today's world. Everywhere you look, you can feel Princess Charlotte's presence, whether it's through businesses following her lead or parents dressing like her. A big reason for Princess Charlotte's success is that her family is always there for her. Their names are Prince William and Kate, Princess of Wales, and they are royal parents. But they have made it clear that being parents to their 3 kids, George, Charlotte, and Louis, is the most important thing they do. When Kate shared a video on September 9th, after finishing treatment for cancer she was diagnosed with earlier that year, she talked about how important family is. In the video, she talked about how this hard time had taught her and William to value the little things that matter in life. She talked about how important it is to them to love and be loved. And the movie showed how close and loving they are with their kids. In June, George, Charlotte, and Louis went to Trooping the Color with their parents. It was a big public event, and Kate's first big public appearance since she was diagnosed. It was yet another way that William and Kate involved their kids in their lives. People here are very proud of their close ties to Kate and her family, and many see this as the birth of a Buckleberry baby while juggling their public jobs. Since George was born in 2013, the couple has made it a priority to love and guide their children. Kate said that the first few days with George were very emotional and made her feel like every parent could connect to that time. William has also talked about how important it is to him to be a dad. He talked about how important it is to him to be a good father in a 2016 interview. He wants his kids to be good people who value duty and care. He also said that, like any parent, he loves his kids very much. A recent picture of George, Charlotte, and Louis laughing and jumping with their dad to celebrate William's 42nd birthday shows how much love and happiness the family has for each other. William and Kate moved their family from Kensington Palace in the middle of London to Adelaide Cottage near Windsor Castle in 2022. This move made it possible for the kids who go to Lambrook School to grow up in a quiet place with lots of things to do outside. Kate has always loved being outside. This comes from the time she spent with her grandma, gardening, cooking, and doing arts and crafts as a child in Buckleberry. She tries to give her kids the same experiences because it's something she's really interested in. Kate has also been open about the hard parts of being a parent. She talked about being a hands-on mom in a 2020 podcast. Like many other moms, she sometimes feels bad about juggling everything. Kate says that the Duchess of Cambridge has been honest about the stresses of being a parent. In her first show, Kate talked about how she feels mom guilt. "There's such a pull, but I always strive to do my best for my children," she stated. A family moment that went viral. Princess Charlotte's grounded childhood and success come from her strong family ties. This shows how much love and support can change a child's life. Again, fans love Prince William and Princess Kate because they always pay attention to the little things that affect the health and happiness of their family. A TikTok user shared a clip of a sweet moment from a family picnic on September 10th, and it quickly went viral. Will War, a photographer, caught Prince William using a playing card to gently pull a caterpillar out of Princess Charlotte's hair. The action made Charlotte act scared and made her family smile. Kate Middleton's soothing presence was clear as she put her arm around her daughter to comfort her. Fans really liked the sweet conversation that showed how much the family loved and cared for each other. It got over 350,000 views and 22,000 likes. People liked how real the family seemed and how close Catherine and Charlotte were to each other. One user even joked that they'd cry in a similar situation. What other way to raise a future queen than this? The idea that Princess Charlotte might become queen is interesting because it combines history, custom, and guesses about the future of the British monarchy. Charlotte of Wales is the second child of Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales. She is third in line to the throne after her father and older brother, Prince George. It is possible for her to become queen, but it depends on a number of factors and changes in the royal succession. Constitutional law, such as the Act of Settlement 1701, and the Succession to the Crown Act 2013 sets the rules for the British line of succession. The latter updated old ideas like male preference primogeniture, which used to give sons more inheritance rights than girls. Today, the order of succession is based only on the order of birth, not on gender. This change was important because it made Charlotte's place as third in line at birth permanent unless something very unusual happens. Right now, Prince William is first in line to become king. He will be followed by Prince George and then Princess Charlotte. This means that Princess Charlotte would become queen if her older brother, Prince George, abdicated, died without children, or gave up his claim in some other way. In the past, abdications and deaths before their time have been uncommon but not unheard of. For example, when Edward VIII gave up the throne in 1936, his younger brother George VI took it over. Charlotte would fall further behind in the line of succession if George became king and had children. His children would be more important, but if George doesn't have any kids, Charlotte would stay in line after him. In very rare situations, Charlotte could become queen earlier than expected if there is a constitutional problem or an unexpected vacancy. If George is too young or unable to rule when the time comes, Charlotte could step in and rule until George is old enough or able to do so. Charlotte could also play a big part as queen consort by marrying a king who is already king. The rank of consort would still give her a lot of power in the monarchy, even though it is not the same as being a sovereign queen. Even though it's not likely, Charlotte could also find new paths if royal succession rules are changed in the future, or if society changes in huge ways. If the monarchy chooses to change the way roles are played, Charlotte could find herself suddenly promoted to a central position. Princess Charlotte has a special place in the royal family, even if she doesn't become queen. As the first British princess to benefit from succession laws that don't depend on gender, she is a step toward equality in a lineage that has usually been dominated by men. Charlotte's upbringing also shows a balance between royal custom and modern life. Her parents have decided to raise her in a pretty normal way, with her going to school, playing sports, and enjoying family time. This is similar to the way the late Queen Elizabeth II used soft power. This makes sure that Charlotte will still be relatable to people in the future, even though she is a part of the royal family. Charlotte would probably rule with values from today in mind if she ever became queen. Building on what her parents and grandparents did, she might put an emphasis on progressive issues like the environment, mental health, and equal rights for men and women. Charlotte's ability to connect with tech-savvy people around the world as a queen in the digital age could change how people think about the monarchy's role in modern society. Challenges and responsibilities ahead. Besides these culture problems, she would also get a huge network of charities, organizations with ties to the British Crown, and Commonwealth countries. During her long and important rule, she would have to keep the monarchy relevant while dealing with the problems of modern government. At the Trooping the Colour event earlier this year, it was clear that Charlotte would become a future leader. My family and I watched the parade from the balcony. Louis chose to dance to Highland Laddie, the March of the Scots Guard, instead of just standing there like everyone else. Princess Charlotte saw how he was acting and didn't wait to help. Nicola Hickling, a lip reader, says Charlotte told Louis to stop what he was doing and watch the parade. Louis, on the other hand, joked that he wouldn't. Charlotte told him over and over again to do what she said, but Louis refused and declared that he would not. Charlotte was stubborn, but her try to help her little brother showed that she had a natural sense of responsibility. There's a moment in Charlotte's reaction that many older siblings will recognize as their own, trying to keep a younger sister in line during a big event. Another thing it talks about is the times when older peers or kids at school or extracurricular activities feel like they need to step up. It's hard to say for sure what Princess Charlotte will do in the future, but because of her position in the royal family, she is likely to be very important to the future of the kingdom. No matter what she does in life, whether she becomes queen consort, queen regnant, or a key backer of her brother's reign, it will have an impact. As the Windsor family adjusts to a world that is always changing, Princess Charlotte is an interesting figure in royal history because she stands for both stability and change. Charlotte was not only a part of the Trooping the Color ceremony earlier this year, she was also a person who did something. Along with her siblings, she stood on the balcony to watch the military parade, as is usual. Louis, who was full of young energy, couldn't help but dance to Highland Laddie, a lively Scots Guards march which made everyone around him laugh. This was a cute moment, but it was also a chance for Charlotte to show a key leadership trait: responsibility. Charlotte, who was the oldest, saw Louis's bad behavior and quickly told him what to do. According to Nicola Hickling, who reads lips, she told Louis, "Stop that and watch the parade." Charlotte didn't give up, even when Louis, being the fun person he is, said he wouldn't do what she asked. Her determination to teach her younger brother showed that she could naturally take charge even when things were going well. The way Charlotte and Louis talked to each other at the event is more than just a cute moment between siblings. It brings up a part of royal duty that many people might not think about right away: the future monarch's job as a leader in the family. The lessons that are being taught Princess Charlotte about duty and leadership can be seen in the way she acts. Charlotte's job as a leader doesn't always involve big speeches or events for the whole country. Sometimes it's just keeping a younger sister in line at a family get-together. This not only shows that she can lead, but it also shows a more normal side of royal life, where being a leader means taking care of everyday tasks as well as big events. Even though Charlotte's role in the future monarchy will change over time, her place in the royal family is a mix of custom and the need to adapt. Charlotte is the first British princess to benefit from succession rules that don't depend on gender. She is a symbol of progress toward equality and inclusion. This change could affect how she does her royal tasks in the future, and it could push her to fight for causes like equal rights for women, mental health awareness, and protecting the environment, which are all very important in the 21st century. Princess Charlotte is expected to be at the front of the monarchy's efforts to bridge the gap between tradition and the values that matter most to younger generations as it deals with the challenges of modern government. For her part in the future of the royal family, she will need to be able to adapt to new situations while still being connected to the monarchy's long past. Charlotte's behavior with Louis shows that she is a leader, which shows a deeper sense of duty that could shape her future as a royal. Even though she is still very young, the fact that she can act with authority and maturity in small situations shows that she is being carefully trained for a big part in the monarchy. Charlotte will play a big part in the future of the British throne, whether she is queen consort, a future regent, or supports her brother's reign. This is because of how she was raised and how she has shown leadership qualities from a young age. Because of her present position in the royal family and the fast-paced changes happening in the monarchy right now, Princess Charlotte will likely play a key role in shaping the next chapter of the Windsor family, and her influence will last far beyond her future role. Princess Charlotte's speech left everyone in awe, proving she's a natural-born leader. Her words sparked inspiration, and the standing ovation said it all. Like and subscribe for more moments that warm the heart and inspire greatness.